So today we're going to be writing equations in two different forms, standard form and slope-intercept form, not both at the same time. So we need to review those forms. So we'll quickly remember standard form was the ax plus by equals c, and remember we have restrictions. A must be positive, no fractions are allowed, and GCF cannot be, or has to be 1, nothing else can go into them. So keep in mind that you want it to look like x and y on the left side being added. So the first thing we need to do here is distribute. So I'm going to distribute my 2. It gives me 2x plus 4. Well, the x is on the right. I need to get it to the left, so I need to minus 2x from each side. Now nothing on this left side is like terms, and remember I want the x first, so I'm going to put the minus 2x first. I still have my y, I still have my 3, and the only thing I have left on this side is a 4. So it's starting to look a little better. We got the x plus the y over here, but I also have this 3, so I need to get rid of the 3. I'm going to subtract 3 from each side. I have negative 2x plus y, the 3's are gone, 4 minus 3 is 1. So now it looks very much like this. It actually looks like that, but I have that restriction that a must be positive, so I'm going to divide every term by negative 1 to get rid of that negative sign in front of the x. So a negative 2x divided by negative 1 would be positive 2x. A positive y would be divided by negative 1 would be negative y, and a positive 1 divided by negative 1 would be negative 1. So that would be my final answer in this form, standard form. So keep in mind what form you're trying to go for. Maybe write that down ahead of time so you know what you're looking for. So again, in this second one, we want to get in standard form. So I'm going to write it down again so we can kind of know our goal. Ax plus by equals c. Now, remember this one, we can't have fractions, and we do have this fraction. So I like to get rid of the fraction at the beginning, then I won't have to worry with it. Well, it's being divided by 4, so to get rid of that, I'm going to multiply by the common denominator, which would be 4. So I'm going to multiply every term by 4. Remember, I don't have to multiply inside the parentheses. So 4 times y is 4y, plus 4 times 5 would be 20. Here these 4's are going to cancel, leaving me the negative 5 times x minus 2. So now it's very similar to the last problem we did. I'm going to distribute over here on the right. Negative 5 times x would be negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 2x, remember, would be plus 10. Again, I need my x and y both on the left side, so I'm going to add 5x to each side. And I want my x term first, so 5x plus 4y, still got my plus 20, equal 10. Need to get my number to the left, so I'm going to subtract 20 from each side. Get 5x plus 4y equal negative 10. 5 is positive, so that works. Nothing goes into 5, 4, or negative 10, so I would be done. That would be my standard form. Now we're going to shift gears and write in slope-intercept form, and I think you might find these a little bit easier, although you do have to work with fraction sums. So slope-intercept form, remember, is the one y equals mx plus b. We all should know that one by now. M is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So first thing is the same as last time. I distribute my negative 2. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 5 would be plus 10. Well, I want the y on the left by itself, is it? Well, almost. It's got the 3 there, so I need to add 3 to both sides. And I get y equals negative 2x plus 13, and I'm done. So a little bit easier there. Number 4, well, in this case, I can have fractions when I'm writing this, so I'm going to work with my fractions. Now, if you do want to get rid of your fraction, you can, but it'll end up appearing in the end anyway. So distributing, I'm going to get 1/2 x. Distributing here, what's 1/2 of 8? Well, it's minus 4. So that wasn't really too hard to do with the fractions. And now I need to get the y by itself, so I need to subtract 2 from each side. And you get y equals 1/2 x. Remember, it's negative 4 minus 2, which would be negative 6. And that would be it. So think about what form you're trying to get these in when you're doing this.